Happy Tuesday, Striver, the day of Christmas Eve. I want to thank you all, first and foremost, for making self-improvement such an important priority of your life. Making a daily practice, coming here to listen to the Daily Fire, I know has shifted and shaped so many people's mindsets and lives this year. And I appreciate all the amazing reviews on the App Store. I appreciate all the kind comments and DMs by the thousands every single day. It's an honor to do this work for you and to think about you every day. And you're in my mind and in my heart during these holidays, because I know that holidays are, for so many of us, a time of great festivities, time with family and friends, and a little bit of a slowdown in time and energy. And it's just a beautiful time of year. I also know for a lot of people, it's a time where something feels off. It can feel sad. It can feel disconnected. It can feel frustrating if you don't have family, friends, and festivities. It's kind of like, okay, I see everyone else being happy with their, Christmas Yuletide joy. But if you don't celebrate Christmas, or it's just not your style of season right now, I know it just can feel like a weird time of year. And that got me thinking about how for so many people that there's a sense that something is missing. It's in the holidays, but I'm missing something. Or, I don't know why all these other people are happy. Why must I must be missing something. And I've always learned that when you have a sense that something is missing, it's such a wonderful gateway to personal exploration and growth that for many people, something is always missing. They're always sensing that something is off in their lives. They're never feeling that sense of groundedness, or that sense of knowing who they are, or that sense of clarity about what they desire of life. And I really feel like being grounded in your character and having clarity can be such a profound, unfair advantage in life. And of course, we all go through times in our life where we just don't have it. Things are changing in our life. We're going through transitions. The kids are leaving the house, new job, maybe an unfortunate accident or difficult situation has happened. And all of a sudden we just feel unmoored. We feel like something is really off. And during those times, what is missing is just a little bit of anchor, a little bit of groundedness, a little sense of who am I now? And it's important that when you feel those things, you start journaling. It's important when you feel those things that you realize the first course of action is to give yourself peace and grace. To know that everybody goes through those times when something feels off. Everybody goes through those times when they just can't figure out what's going on, or as if something great is missing in their lives. We've all been through that feeling. And so when you have it, don't think you're weird. When you have it, don't think you're special either. When you have it, realize that everybody struggles. Everybody suffers. Everybody has sometimes lack of clarity or groundedness. So when you have it, listen, it's the holiday season. Practice the stuff of grace, of self-love, of trust in something beyond yourself. Give yourself a little bit of connection to faith to know you'll sort it through. You're going to work it out, babe. It's going to be okay. You'll figure it out. It's going to take some time, and you will figure it out, or it will be revealed to you. It's a great faith I have. I'll figure it out, or something will be revealed to me. Either I'll figure it out because of, personal will, energy, effort, journaling, all the things I do in Growth Day as an example, or God's just going to be like, yo, check this out. Pay attention. This is the way. Oh, okay, great. And it'll be revealed to you, or you'll figure it out by resilience. I think another thing that people experience is that something positive is universally missing from their great climbs of ambition. They're working really hard, and yet there's not a lot of joy and fun there. They're very busy, but there's not a lot of peace there. They're full schedule, but there's no real courage there. They're surrounded by people, but there's no real kindness there. It feels like, as they're striving, there's always something missing in those categories: joy, peace, courage, faith, kindness. And when you notice that, that is the time to be the giver of those things. 'Tis the holiday season, so be generous with the very things that sometimes emotionally it seems like you are lacking or not getting from others. You don't have love? Exude more love. You don't know what to do? Do something. You don't feel strong? Be courageous. You don't feel like people are nice to you? Be nice to everybody. It is sometimes in giving that we shall receive, of being generous when something is missing, of still having progress and momentum and daily efforts when it doesn't seem like it's even mattering and nothing makes sense, because sometimes in momentum we find our motivation and meaning. In action, we actually discover what our next initiatives should be. In doing the things that we don't have now, we build them and attract them. And so I'm here to say, if something's missing for you during this holiday season, that's normal, that's okay. Give yourself grace and be proactive. Seek to be generous or fill that space in for yourself or for others. And you might just find that sometimes the solution is right there. I don't feel any good, so I'm just going to sit around all day. I don't feel good. Well, when you don't feel good, move. It can be so surprising and shocking and simple, but the research just continues to prove it out, that getting in motion is the thing that tends to solve a lot of our challenges and our problems. But we often will ruminate it and feel bad about ourselves, and we'll focus on all the injustices and upsets that have happened to us and barely capture a single positive thing that happened for us in our own gratitude journals. We'll complain throughout the day and we'll scroll through a lot of controversy, but we won't even take 5 minutes to go to our growth day journal and capture something positive that we learned or saw or experienced or thought of. And I think this next year, instead of wondering what's missing, you just become more generative. Instead of waiting for something to fill in, generate an extraordinary life and watch things fill in. There's something about doing the stuff of inner work and building the life that you really desire that you start finding that all these things start filling in and you didn't even know it. Suddenly you wake up and just more positive. Positivity filled in. Suddenly your relationships, the affection and kindness and love comes back in and you didn't even know that that was going to happen. You were just happier because you were living your life. You were building the future that you want. It's in seeking personal growth that we tend to actually attract and fill in things. And so for whatever way you do that this holiday season, I'd love for you to develop a new daily practice. And that is that simple daily practice, instead of thinking about what you don't have, what we wish we all had, comparing ourselves to everybody else, thinking about the things that are always missing. Gosh, I don't have this or I don't have that. Maybe your daily practice is to ask, what am I going to generate today that I do want to experience? What am I going to generate today that I do want to experience? I want to experience some love today. Let me try to generate that. I want to experience a sense of mindfulness today. Let me generate that. I want to have a sense of abundance today. Let me generate that. Not wait until one day the bank account says something exact, but rather count some blessings and take some actions to build abundance. I feel like being proactive in this way can really fill in a lot of things in our lives. But if we sit around and wait and hope and never take action, then it's hard for that to fill in. Now, of course, this holiday season, I know many of us were taking breaks and we're relaxing and we're with family, and that's a beautiful thing. I also hope that in this renewal time, you capture a few things you're grateful from this year, that if you have done the 10A framework that I taught earlier, you've really reflected on this year, and you can start getting your mind around what are you going to generate in this next year? Because you deserve to have an extraordinary quality of life. You think about this holiday spirit and this time. And for me, I'm a big person who just absolutely loves Christmas. Listen, I'm really annoying. Christmas music starts around my house the day after Thanksgiving. We take the tree down late around here. And I love this season, and I love what it means for us. I love that the world has been granted this gift of Christmas because of Jesus Christ. And whether you believe in some faith or some religion or some different type of spirituality or whatever, I think the beauty is at least the world was gifted this time to slow it all down. And I hope you'll take that in. No matter what faith or religion or practice you do have, you deserve that this time of year. And I want to end with this. You really do deserve that. This is a rebirth. This is a new time. This is a new era you're about to enter. Think about that for a minute. A new era you're about to enter, a rebirth, a re-envisioning, a second chance. And that can really wake you up in the morning excited to open up the gifts of life, to open up more to the gifts of life. What more could we really wish for? Open up more to the gifts of life, my friend. Capture more of those gifts and those beautiful things and those positive things in your journal. Start pulling it more into your spirit and in your soul and in your heart to feel and sense life again in a full range of positive emotions. Not just what's missing, but what's here and beautiful and important and joyful. Please enjoy that this holiday season. I wish that for you, your family, your loved ones. Thank you again for making every day a great day to grow here in Growth Day all year together. Merry Christmas.